A few minutes ago, the Russian military posted another interesting video online. That video gained more than 1 million views over a very short period of time. The footage clearly shows the moment of the destruction of two P-18 Malakhit VHF-band radars of the Ukrainian Army by Russian KH-35U turbojet subsonic cruise anti-ship missiles. According to the Russian military, these enemy radar stations were detected by a reconnaissance drone 40 kilometers southwest of the city of Pokrovsk. After the drone transmitted the exact coordinates of these enemy systems to the Russian military, a devastating blow was dealt to them by KH-35U small-sized tactical cruise missiles. The footage clearly shows how Russian missiles with surgical precision hit and destroy enemy systems. As it turned out, these radar stations provided for the protection of groups of the armed forces of Ukraine and so-called foreign mercenaries, in the area of the settlements of New York and Torotsk. At the same time, it is worth noting that the destroyed P-18 Malakhit VHF-band radar stations were the pride of the Ukrainian Army. According to the Ukrainian military, these radar stations are capable of detecting even stealthy targets at a distance of up to 400 kilometers, moving at a speed of up to 1,000 meters per second. The P-18 Malakhit is an upgraded version of the Soviet radar station Terek. The modernization of this radar station was carried out by Ukrainian and Western engineers in 2012. Against this backdrop, a reasonable question arises: how did the Russian KH-35U cruise missiles manage to destroy such advanced radar stations? It is noteworthy that immediately after the destruction of these enemy radar stations, the armed forces of the Russian Federation bombed the positions of the armed forces of Ukraine and foreign mercenaries in the area of the settlement of New York. The fact is that the destruction of these radar stations allowed Russian Su-34 fighter bombers to launch guided aerial bombs of the Fab family from a fairly close distance to enemy positions, as a result of which almost all aerial bombs accurately hit the target. It is reported that as a result of this bomb attack, about 50 militants of the Kiev regime were killed, including active-duty soldiers of NATO armies. Meanwhile, on the morning of June 23, Russian warships launched dozens of KALIBR cruise missiles toward Ukraine. It is reported that the launch of these cruise missiles was carried out from the waters of the Black and Azov Seas. This missile attack is notable for the fact that Ukrainian and Western air defense systems were unable to detect even one Russian cruise missile. It is reported that the air alert began to sound on the territory of Ukraine only after these cruise missiles hit their targets at the air bases of the NATO forces in the city of Vasilkiv, Kiev region, and the city of Starokostiantynov, Khmelnytsky region. Moreover, witnesses claim that at least 2 Russian cruise missiles also hit some military targets in the Zhytomyr and Ternopil regions. At the same time, Ukrainian Telegram channels began to spread numerous videos that were made by Ukrainian citizens during this missile attack. For example, this video shows how a Russian KALIBR cruise missile flies towards the military airbase in the city of Starokostiantynov at a very low altitude. Most likely, this is why Ukrainian and Western air defense systems have not been able to detect and intercept even one Russian cruise missile. According to the Russian military department, all the targeted targets at the military air bases in Vasilkiv and Starokostiantynov were successfully hit and destroyed by KALIBR cruise missiles. By the way, many Russian experts, citing their own sources in the Russian Defense Ministry, have again confirmed that several units of F-16 fighters are already at Starokostiantynov Air Base. If this information is true, then it becomes clear why the Russians are so diligently and regularly attacking this military airbase. According to independent monitoring groups, regular Russian missile attacks on this military facility have made Starokostiantynov Air Base unsuitable for the use of American fighter jets. It is reported that due to regular Russian missile attacks, NATO military specialists do not have time to restore the destroyed infrastructure of this airbase.